Hello and welcome to the channel. In today's video we are going to learn how to create pulse animation in Swift. So after viewing this video you are going to learn how to create an animation similar to this, like that is the pulse animation in a circular pulse animation. So here you can see in the simulator the nice circular pulse animation. So we are going to create the same, and so let's start. Open up your Xcode and create a single view application template project. I already created one for myself, so you can create it right now. And now in order to create a pulse, first we will draw our interface as shown here, of the image on the center, and on all sides of it we will show a pulse animation. So for this, open view main.storyboard, and in view controller drag and drop a UI image view. Here it is, and we will give it a width and height of 60 and 60, and also we will place it into the center of the screen. Okay, so here it is, we have placed it in the center of the screen. Also I have downloaded one of the image, so let's drag and drop it here from the download section, and here it is, the image, and I will drag it, drop it here, and here it is, and in the main storyboard I will assign it. Okay, so here it is, here the avatar, and here it is. Now open view controller.swift. Here first what we will do, we will create an IB outlet. At that IB outlet weak where IMGV avatar of type UI image view, and here it is. Now we need to connect it. So here we will connect the IB outlet to our image view right here. Now we are done with the eye interface, and it's all about now coding. So let me make it a little bigger so that it's very comfortable for you. So now in view download, first we will make it a circular. IMGV avatar dot layer dot corner radius is equals to IMGV avatar dot frame dot size dot width, and I will divide it by 2 so it will make it circular. And now we will create a function create circular, or you can say create pulse, and here it is. So now if at this moment if I run my code, you will see a circular image view and nothing else. So let's see, I am building the app right now. So still we have to draw that layer, that circular layer, and then we have to animate it so that it appears a pulsating layer. And here you can see only the circular image view is shown. So now let's start and create a circular pulse layer. So for that, first we will create let circular path is equals to, we are using UI bezier path, and here it says a constructor of arc center, and it says dot 0. We will not give it center yet. And radius is the size of our IMGB avatar, or you can say radius of the pulse. So in this case what we have we have a view on which we have placed our image. So here this is the view, and we have placed our image here. Now I don't want my circular layer to go beyond this view or the super view or the screen. So that's why I give the circular radius to that of my screen, right? So here what we will do like UI screen, UI screen dot main dot bounds dot size dot width divided by 2, so it will give it a radius, okay, right? And the start angle, that will start it from the 0, that is from the origin, not so that it will make a circular, and end angle should be 2 multiplied by dot pi. And clockwise, yes, it is clockwise. You can give it anti-clockwise too. It totally depends upon you. Okay, so here it is, our path is declared. Now let's create a CS layer, shape layer object, so that we can create a layer and then give it the circular path. So let's say let pulse layer is equals to CA shape layer, and here it is, we allocate it. And now pulse layer dot path is equals to our circular path. Okay, so it is the circular path dot CG path, because it's accept the CG path. Here you can see the path is of type CG path. So here, now the next what we have to do, we have to give the width to our layer. So pulse layer dot line width, it's a property of line width, is equals to, so we will say 2.0. and now the color of our layer, so we have two type of color. One is that is fill color, that is fill the layer, that is inner part of the layer. So we will make it clear, so that say UI clear dot CG color. And one is the stroke color, of the color of which our layer will be drawn, the color, that particular color. So we have the stroke color, so that you can see here the color used to stroke the shape path. Okay, so here we have stroke color is equals to UI color black dot CG color. Okay, and now one more thing we have to do here, pulse layer dot line cap. Here specify the line cap style for the shapes path. So here it is, we say KCA line cap round, that is the style of our layer should be a round. And here, now lastly what we do, we will give it a position pulse from that, the position from where that layer should start. So pulse layer dot position is equals to CG point, and here it is X and Y. So here what we'll do, we will say that the width divided by 2 and the center of our IMG avatars. Here the layer should start from here, the center, so that it will make circular. Okay, so for this what we'll do, we'll say IMG avatar dot frame dot size dot width divided by 2, and the Y should be the same. So here it is, the Y should be the same. So here we have given our position that, and lastly we will add the pulse layer to our IMG avatar. dot add sub ops dot layer dot add sub layer, and we say pulse layer. So here it is, we create the pulse, and now let's call it from our view did load create pulse. And now let's run and see if we have correctly drawn the circular pulse or circular layer. So here you can see it's fills the entire screen, the circular screen, and it shows that it is drawn around the avatar image in a circular way. So now it remains that how we can animate it. Okay, so for that what we have, we will need to create a function, that is function animate pulse. And here it is, in this we need to use a basic animation, and so let's create that. So let scale, first we need to scale that layer, that is circle. So it comes in and comes out, comes in, comes out. So it's a scaling, that is, it starts from the radius of 2 and it goes to radius of 20. So let's say scale animation is equals to CA basic animation, and here it is for key path, and we will give it transform dot scale and now it has few properties, that is scale animation dot duration of the animation, and we will give it a 2.0. Also the starting value, that is scale animation dot from value is equal to the start from 0 from the very beginning. So it's the scaling is 0 so that it is not visible, and it will go up to scale animation dot to value is equals to 0.9. You can give it 1.02. It totally depends upon you. And scale animation dot timing function, an optional timing function defining the pacing of the animation, and for that we will give CA media timing function, and here it is name, and name will be KCA media timing function is out. And so also what we say, scale animation dot repeat count determines so we want to repeat it again and again. So here it's say dot greatest magnitude, and there is one more property, scale animation dot auto reverse from memory. I don't think it's by default false, so we don't need it. So when we go backward, so default is false, so don't use it. If you can use it if you want to reverse the animation, suppose it's grow and then you want to shrink it, then you can set it to, and it will move outwards and inwards, outwards and inwards. And lastly what we do, we will add the animation. So we will add the animation to our pulse layer. For this we have to make it variable and it's accessible. So here what we'll do, we'll do pulse layer dot add animation, and we will add animation to our pulse layer. Let's scale animation, and for key we will say scale. Okay, now if I run the app and create pulse, and here after create we will call it animate pulse, and now let's run and you will see the animated pulse that just goes outside and then again start from the origin. So here you can see it goes, it start, it goes, it start. But one more thing you notice, that from this and this, the difference is that the difference between the two is that it fades away when it goes outside, it fades, but not our app. So this app doesn't fade away, it sticks there. Okay, like let me run it again and then you can see it. So here doesn't fade away, it just stops, so it's not looking quite nice. So now we need to add one more animation to it, that is the opacity, that make it fades away. So for that, what we do, let opacity animation is equals to CA basic animation, and for key path say CA layer dot for key path. So we have given hash key path, and here we can give it the key path dot opacity, and oops, and same we will give it the same things, that is scale, animation, duration, and timing function, and repeat counts. Let's copy it, and we will copy and move this. And now the only difference, let's also add this pulse array dot add animation opacity animation for key opacity, and the only difference that we want it to fade away when it goes, so we have to change this from and to value. So from will be 0.9, that is start fading, and it start fading towards outwards. So that means that first when it starts, the animation starts, it is not fade, but when it goes away, it completes its duration, it starts fading. So now let's run the app and see whether we achieve the fade animation too. So here it is. Now it's nice and smooth, it fades away when it goes outwards and start from the center of the IMG of the image. So it's create a nice circular animation. So now, since this is a one only single, so in order to create multiple, what we do, we will copy it here and create this object here, and we will create an array for the same where pulse layers is equals to CA shape layer, and this is the array, and now we will create this in for loop for in 0 to 2, since we want to only 3 circulars, and here so this is, I made the circular path and pulse layer inside a loop so that it goes, and here when I add it to our image layer, I will add it to the array is pulse layers, and here we have pulse layers dot append, and we will append pulse layer. Okay, now in animate pulse, so for that we want to start every layer in after a fraction of time. So first we will configure our here, so here we need to access the layer that is added to our array. So here we will change here we will pass an index of type int so that we can access the layer here, and here we will say pulse layer at the index, and similarly we will say that it will get the layer from the index of the pulse layers array. So here we have pulse layers, and similarly we will put it pulse layers. So now our pulse layer is getting from the array, and Here we have animated pulse, and here we have to pass the index. So now we want a delay also. Let's make it 0, and have 1, and again animate pulse at 2. So now let's run the app and see why we need delay. So here you cannot see that you are animating 3 layers, right? So we need a delay so that every layer starts from a particular time. So for that, what we will use, dispatch queue dot main dot, here I'm at the async after deadline, and then execute. So here deadline we will pass dot now, the dot now, that is the time current now, plus 0.2, and the execute will be this, that our first layer will be gets executed. So here, since we are using in the side block, so we have to use self.animate pulse. And again, for other layers we will do the same, copy this, and here we will make it bracket and then call inside this one, and we will increase the time so that it gives more delay for, and similarly copy this and paste, and here we will pass our second index and we will make it 6. So now let's run the app, and now you will see the 3 layers, circular layer originating from the center of the image, and will give a nice pulse animation. So here you can see that a nice pulse animation is given, and also you can change the time to 5. So, and you can check it whether it's working as per your requirement or it's looking good for you or not, or you want to enhance it. So this is the basic tutorial that shows how to create a pulse animation. Here you can see that the 2 animations are running, the 2 layers are coming as soon as app launch. Here you can see that's because we call here, so we need to remove these methods. And now let's run the app, and you will see the nice circular pulsating layers with animation. So here it is. And also, since we are seeing one black circle up front, so for that what we will get this stroke color when we start animation. So here we say pulse layers and index. Okay, now start. Now I think that black circle will get smoothed. So here you can see now it's very cool animation of circular pulsating layers. So this is a small tutorial where you learn how to create a circular pulse animation using CA layers in Swift. And if you like our video, then please give it a thumbs up and do share this video. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, then please subscribe it, as we are going to bring more tutorials on Swift. And thanks for watching this video, and hope you enjoyed this video. In next video we will learn how to segregate this code using CA group animations, since we are using this CA basic animation and we are appending the same. So we know we will learn how to group this CA basic animation into a CA group animation and segregate this code or refactor this code. So thanks for watching this video, and have a nice time ahead. Bye for now.